This is going to be another review. This one is going to be a review on Needful Things, which is the last Castle Rock book, and one of the more recent ones I read. Needful Things is basically about a new shop that opens up in Castle Rock, and it's run by a stranger. And inside the shop, it has basically what the person desires most. The first customer is Brian Rusk, who's 11 years old, and he wants a signed Sandy something card. It's a baseball card, and basically the price for the card, it's a low cash price, but it also comes with a painful price afterwards, and that is to play just a harmless prank on someone. The owner of the shop, Leland Gaunt, is basically he's basically the devil. And eventually, when the shop gets more and more customers, that's when the town turns to mayhem as people are killed, people get into fights from these pranks. Some people commit suicide. Brian Rusk is one of those people. In fact, he commits suicide by shooting himself in the head with a shotgun. And eventually it leads to, and also there's a deal. Ace Merrill from The Body and Stand By Me, he makes an appearance in this by making a deal with Leland Gaunt to buy, I think it was a car or something like that, and he had to play a prank on someone, and he winds up meeting one of the characters who hates prosecutors. He's paranoid about prosecutors, and they begin gathering up dynamite and explosives to blow up the town. And towards the end, there's lots of riots going out. The Catholics and Baptists get into it. There's people committing suicide. Ace Merrill is eventually shot down by the deputy, Norris Bridgewick, I think it is. And basically the Castle Rock is, at the end of the book, Castle Rock is no more. It's basically been blown up by Ace and Danforth. Danforth, can't remember his last name, but yeah. And I heard something about, and basically towards the end, Leland Gaunt his spirit is defeated, but at the end of the book, at the very last part, you see that he's reopened his shop at Iowa, and he's continuing his sales. Basically what happens after someone buys an object, basically what happens is they get so much of a possession with it, like one lady had an Elvis Presley photo and she got very obsessed with it, or a pair of Elvis Presley sunnies. And what happens is they get so possessed of it that they sort of lose their inner soul, and that's because Leland basically takes it, if you know what I mean. And an example is there's Polly Chalmers, who suffers from severe rheumatoid arthritis in her hands, buys a charm that is what Leland Gaunt describes to her as to fight off pain. And what happens is that she ends up realizing what's going on, and she rips it off, and this thing that's a giant spider pops out, and it starts to grow until she finally kills it. That's basically the story behind that. And yeah, I give Needful Things a 8.5 out of 10, because this one's quite good. And I haven't seen the movie yet. I have looked it up, but there's only the German version on there, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, okay, bye.